My name's Jenna, and today's subject is going to be about recognising ADHD in children. Now, as you can imagine, there's a huge spectrum, and this is going to be different for everybody. But I think there's some key things that we can recognise and spot relatively early on, and it's very, very different between boys and girls. So, with my daughter, I think one of the first things I noticed with her was her emotional dysregulation. I mean, it's quite normal as children are growing up to be emotionally dysregulated anyway, but this, for me personally, with my daughter, was off the scale. So this is like anything small seemed ginormous to her. Not disregarding her feelings in any way, shape, or form, but I mean, like the smallest inconvenience is absolutely catastrophic. And I mean, huge meltdowns, screaming, crying, just everything everywhere, chaos. So emotional dysregulation was one of them. One of the other things that we find with her is her temper is extremely short. She doesn't have patience or just the bandwidth to be able to cope with anything that's stressful. She doesn't deal with stress very well. She gets very bad RSD, which is rejection sensitivity dysphoria, which is basically her perceived, well, whether it's real or perceived rejection, she feels it tenfold, and it can be quite actually physically painful for her to feel rejected, or the perceived thought of feeling rejected. So that's one of the major things. Another one of the major things. Another thing for her is that she gets hyper focus, and I mean ultra sniper hyper focus on the subjects that she likes. So she's incredible at creative stuff and maths. Loves drawing, colouring, painting, anything creative, anything that she loves, she gets this hyperfixation on, and it'd be very, very difficult to sort of pull her up out of that. So that's, yeah, they're the main things with the girl. And then with my boy, he's more hyperactive on the external side. So he is a bit more not sit still, square me around, doesn't sit down for long, that sort of thing. Although his isn't really bad like that. He again has extreme emotional dysregulation, similar to how I've explained with my daughter. Very, very emotional, but just seemingly small things he can really blow up over. Very short temper, can get in trouble at school for fighting and disruptive in class, although we've now got coping strategies for that. He again hyperfixation, a little bit of OCD with him. So he's been like it since he was 2, where he used to line up all of his cars in height order and colour order. So it'd be all the yellow ones, all the blue ones, all the red ones. He has the sensitivity, like the sensory thing with clothes. So he won't wear anything but shorts, will not wear trousers. We have the biggest fights. We've had a massive one this morning about wearing trousers, and he's been told he can't come to school unless he does by his teachers. And I'm like, you getting dressed in the morning. So we've had a massive blow up today about that. So yeah, there's some of the things to look out for, some of the signs with ADHD.